Hi friends, welcome to my video. And today I'm going to discuss about tickle in this video. Basically, main purpose of this video is to help VLSI aspirants who struggle to understand or write tickle code. So you might have come across the word tickle like TCL, tool command language, in VLSI mostly. So it's I'm here like tickle is very helpful in semiconductor industry for basic tasks. Example, if you want to find out uh, non-clock cells in clock path, then you can write a simple tickle code to figure that out. So in the similar there are very small tasks that you have to do in the regular day while you're working in the VLSI industry. So this particular tutorial is to help them and is to make them understand their codes or their procs which are written in TCL. So first of all, what is TCL? So TCL, as I told you, it's a tool command language. When I say tool command language means in the EDA industry, we have different tools, and not just in EDA industry, there are some other industries as well where this tool command language is used. So it's basically uh, the tool command language is a shell language where you do not need any compiler like you need in Java or in C++. Here, you can directly write a code, like write a function or an expression, and you will directly get the result. Like the machine interrupts its value directly. It doesn't need any compiler in between. And so, how does this language came into picture? So in 1988, there were two-person, John Ousterhout and Berkeley, and they were struggling a lot with different kind of languages getting used in different tools. And they wanted to come up with a solution or just one language which can be used on almost all of the machines where they'll be able to program them. So they came up with this idea of tool command language. And this language, we do not pronounce it TCL, we pronounce it as tickle. Now, as I'm telling you, and as I've mentioned it earlier, that in VLSI industry, in EDA tools, Tickle is widely used. So I can simply say that it's actually a backbone of many EDA tools because most of the codes are written in Tickle language. Nowadays, Python is coming up and the other languages are coming up, but still Tickle is the most widely and easily, very handy language that we can say that is used in like Arenoverse, in Synopsys, even in the prime time. So anywhere in these tools, these EDA tools, Tickle language is very handy. And the reason being why this language is used in this industry is because it supports multiple programming styles such as object-oriented, functional, imperative, or procedural. Now, what is object-oriented? Object-oriented that means that let's say you have a cell, then you can create a class of that cell and you can define its different attributes. Now, it can be called as an object and their attributes can be called easily. Hence, object-oriented. When I say functional, I mean to say it has various functionals. Like let's say if you want to find out a factorial of a number, then you can directly write an equation of it and you can do that functional programming in this. Now, when I say imperative, state machines can be easily defined using Tickle. Like when we have to define FSMs, I'll give you example of all these in my upcoming videos. I'm just giving you a brief right now. So when I say imperative, FSMs can be easily written using this language. Then I say procedural. So procedural is like you can create a proc in which you'll just write the functions of what you need to do, and when you're using it on your console you just have to give an input and you'll see your output coming out, like you'll just directly see the output. So you create a proc and you can keep it calling again and again whenever and wherever you need it. Now Second most important thing, like I have given you a brief idea about tool command language. Now I'll tell you how you have to practice it, because if you're not practicing any language, you're not learning it. So activeTCL is my software, like the one which I'll be using in the upcoming videos, where I'll be showing you some examples of how to perform small or basic tasks using TCL. That can be downloaded free online from internet. You can download it either from Aponic, or you can download it from ActiveState. So ActiveState, I'd prefer this one the most. Now after downloading from here, you'll see that in bin folder, in the active state, then in the bin folder, you'll see tcsh.exe. You double click on it and you'll see this window popping up. Now, when I say this window popping up, I'll give you a brief idea of a small tickle code in which I'm going to add two numbers. Okay. Now set is the command that I used to define a variable. Okay. A is variable name and 10 is the value which I'm putting in this variable. So set is the word, keyword or the command which I'm using. Again, I'm just repeating myself so that it becomes clear to everyone. Set is the keyword which I'm using to define a variable named as b, and then I'm writing 20, and that value, will be the value of b. Okay. Now if you see, as soon as I'm pressing enter, this value directly comes here, or I'll explain it now better. So I'm defining a variable c here in which I'm putting expression. EXPR is for expression. $A plus $B. Now when I'm writing dollar, it is picking up the value of A and B as the variable. Here EXPR is the keyword for expression. When I'm writing EXPR here, it uh, takes this plus sign as summation, like a mathematical expression. So basically tool is interpreting this plus as a mathematical expression here. And when I'm writing dollar before a variable, now it is calling the value of that particular variable, 30. Now when I said that tickle is shell language, what I meant is when I'm writing this command set c expression $A plus $B, the shell directly give me the value of 30. I do not have to compile the code. I do not have to run the code. I just hit enter and it interpreted the value. So when there's no compiler needed and you're doing coding on a shell, it is known as shell scripting. Okay. Now, if I want to print this value of C in some file, or let's say somewhere in my code, then I'll use word puts. So you have seen maybe the keyword print in C or Java. That work is done by puts here in tickle. So when I say puts $C, I hit enter, I see value 30 coming up. Okay. To give you another example, yeah, I'll write the value of A plus B is $C. Now if you see, when I wrote this particular line, this C, like so you see dollar is present before the C, and that's why this value 30 is coming up. Here, when I'm writing A and B, the tool is interpreting it as A and B only. Only if I add dollar here, then only tool will be taking the value 10. If I'm not adding any dollar sign here, tool will be interpreting it as A only and no value will be called. So if I want to call any value, I'll have to make sure that I am adding dollar sign before it. That's all for today. I'll see you in my next video with some more details and some more complex programming like coding. And till then, if you have any doubt, please do comment on my video and I'll definitely reply to you with an answer. Thank you and have a great day, friends.